Hey, welcome World Entertainment, and we truly are living in a strange time where celebrities have lost their absolute minds when it comes to social media, politics, all this stuff. And of course, social media really is the downfall of the celebrity. It's wiped away the mystery around them and just exposed them for the lunatics they are. Now, we're going to talk about Tim Russ, who of course is Tuvok from Star Trek, because you may or may not have seen this, but unfortunately, Tim Russ has become for Star Trek what Mark Hamill is for Star Wars, which is the TDS-riddled loon on X. And that really is. If you ever look at his X account, holy shit, all it is Trump stuff. That's all it is. That's all the guy goes on about. But why are we talking about Tim Russ on his X account? Well, as you know, the Artemis 2 mission has just taken place. The crew went up, did their couple of laps around the Earth before slingshotting out towards the moon, did their lap around the moon and are on their way back. But as you know, it was a crew of 4 people. Now, the crew we're going to name because you have Commander Reed Wiseman, you have the pilot Victor Glover, you have the mission specialist, Christina Cooch, I think is how you pronounce it. And you have another mission specialist, Jeremy Hassan. Victor and Christina. Victor is a black man, and Christina obviously is a woman. So you're getting all the media doing their usual BS of what's it like being the first black man to go this far into space, and what's it like being the first woman to go in space, blah, blah, blah. Now, a lot of the articles you might have seen have been trying to say Victor Glover is the first black man in space. He isn't. Especially on these type of missions. He's like the 3rd, possibly 4th one. There's definitely been 2 before him. But he is the first to go the furthest into space. But so was everybody else on that mission. And the thing I loved about listening to Victor Glover speaking is every time they push this narrative on him. What's it like being the first black man to do this? What's it like being the first black man to do that? His comeback was always fantastic, and it truly was what we should all be doing and saying, because he was like, why is it the first black man? We're the first human beings to do it. All 4 of us were the first human beings. It shouldn't be the case of you're the first black man, or you're the first woman, or you're the first this or that. It should be you're the first human beings to do it. And my God, is he absolutely right about that. But Tim Russ, he has done something really weird. So while the rest of the world are celebrating what these 4 have just accomplished, he has tried to use Victor Glover as a FU to Trump and MAGA and Fox News by the looks of it. Yeah, I'm not lying about this. So this is what he posted, and you're just like, what is wrong with you? Like, seriously, what is actually wrong? When you should be looking at this man, and if you want to make it the race thing, which clearly you're trying to, you should be saying, well, what an achievement for people of color and blah, 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 as opposed to just saying, what an achievement for all humankind, because that's really what it is. It's not an achievement for men, women, trans, this, that, whatever. It's an achievement for humankind. And instead, Tim Russ puts out pilot of the Artemis. He has made history. Choke on it, Trump/MAGA. How's that for your fucking woke DEI Fox boobs? What? What is he talking about? What the one thing I love about his post, and everybody is pointing out, is you're trying to use Victor Glover as your bait into this crap. You're trying to say this black man made history, yada yada yada, and you didn't even name him. You didn't even name him. It's almost like you didn't actually know what his name was, did you? I also love the fact that there are a lot of people going, this brave African American just did it. He's Canadian. He's not American, he's Canadian. But it's like, why are you not celebrating what the 4 of these people just did? Not just the 1, but the 4 of them did. And instead, you use this guy as some race-baity bullshit tweet at Trump, MAGA, and Fox? What is going on here? Like, seriously, what has happened to celebrity. This is insane, and the problem they really don't understand that they're doing is you are telling half your audience you hate them and you don't like them and you don't want them. Him saying Trump/MAGA, he does realize that the majority of MAGA supporters were also Star Trek fans, would have enjoyed watching him and Voyager and other stuff. And keep in mind, Tim Russ has a long history with Star Trek. It's not just Voyager. He actually made his very first appearance in TNG. If you remember the episode, I'm not sure which season it is. I think it's either season 5, possibly season 6. It's somewhere around there, where the Enterprise goes to get this deep clean, and it docks into this two kind of big pillar type things, and the big green beam comes through the ship, and it'll kill anything that's there. So it's to get rid of all the viruses and bacteria and all that type of stuff. And it's a big ruse from the people who run the thing that they bring ships in, and when the crews come off the ship, they send in basically raiders to raid the ships. So Picard's about to transport out and he realizes he forgot his saddle, and he goes back to get his saddle, and then he comes across the raiders, and one of the raiders is played by Tim Russ. That was his first introduction into Star Trek. He then later played a Klingon, and I think it was in DS9. I don't think that was TNG. Pretty sure that was DS9, but he played a Klingon in an episode as well. He, of course, as well, was in Star Trek Generations. He was one of the officers on the bridge of the Enterprise B. He's the one who tells the captain, like, hey, the ships are losing their integrity in the Nexus. At that stage, he would have done Tuvok, or at least he was about to, because that movie came out in 94. Voyager debuted in 95, so he possibly did that role and then did Voyager. I would assume he did Voyager before that role, or maybe he did it all at the same time. So he's had quite a history with Star Trek, but of course he's best known and will only be remembered as Tuvok. But the fact that why is a guy who played a black Vulcan, because you know they want to push the whole race stuff here, so we may as well play into it a bit. He played a black Vulcan, and you remember what happened when he appeared as a black Vulcan. People didn't go, what the fuck, a black Vulcan? That's stupid. No, everybody's reaction was, oh look, a black Vulcan. Alright. That was the reaction. You do that nowadays and they try and push this thing as like, oh my god, there's never been a black person in the history of television or cinema or anything. In fact, this is the very first black person ever. That's the type of stuff they try and push on you nowadays. Nobody cared about that stuff back then. Why? Because, rightfully so, we were actually desensitized to that type of stuff. And what I mean by that is, because Star Trek, back in the original series, put Nichelle Nichols on the bridge, as well as Sulu and Chekhov and stuff like that. It's like, here's a Russian, here's a Japanese man, and here's a black woman. And nobody batted an eyelid in the show, being the fact that people were going, yep, they're just part of our crew. You know, they have the same rights as us. They're equal. We just have... The real world was like, whoa, what the hell? But the show showed us that, no, we can move beyond that crap. So by the time we got to Voyager, nobody batted an eyelid that there was a black Vulcan. Absolutely nobody. Especially when TNG came out and gave us a Klingon on the bridge. It was like, okay, DS9 gave us the first black commander in charge of fronting a show. Nobody batted an eye. So Tuvok was not this big, like, oh my god, there's a black Vulcan. It was simply like wow, there's a black Vulcan, cool. But as I said, they would try and twist that nowadays. But being the fact that nobody batted an eyelid and stuff like that, why is he going in this direction now to race bait stuff? It's so insane to me. And the fact that he's trying to use Victor Glover, who he can't even name, to take a swipe at Trump. Like, I don't get it at all. He really has just lost it. Again, look at his X account. Holy gee, every single post is Trump. And it's like, you realize Trump will be gone in a couple of years. Like, that's it. He's gonna be finished and he'll be gone and you won't have to deal with him ever again. Unless, of course, you're obsessed and keep watching like Truth Social or something. But I don't understand why they have been so broken by this one moron. And like, that's the problem here. Trump is a moron. He is an absolute idiot. I can't stand him. But then again, I can't stand any politician because they're all lying scumbags. Every one of them. If you think a politician is actually looking out for your interests and has your interests in mind and their heart, you're fucking as delusional as these celebrities. They couldn't care less about you. What they want is power and to line their own pockets. That's what every single politician wants to do. None of them care about you. Trump couldn't care less about the American people. But neither did Joe Biden. Neither did Kamala Harris. Neither does JD Vance. None of them care. They care about themselves. But the fact that this one guy has broken all of these people to this level is insane. That an actor that was beloved had to use an actual human achievement to try and shove it into Donald Trump's face. Wow. It is absolutely mental to see how broken these people have become. And truly at this stage, Tim Russ, he should be remembered as Tuvok, but I think we're starting to realise maybe he should only be remembered as this.
How about you guys? We ain't found shit.
Yeah, the guy who still ain't found shit. Because my God, the guy has ruined his legacy. He really has. Like Mark Hamill. Obviously, the easy part is you can pretty much remove the actor, the artist from the art when it comes to watching Star Trek. But sweet Jesus, the man is broken. He is absolutely broken. Social media has been the absolute downfall of celebrity. But that's my 10 cents on the whole situation. What do you guys think? Now, if you've seen this story before this video, what was your thoughts on it? And of course, if you haven't and this is the first time you've seen it, let me know what your thoughts are on it. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.